Question 1. How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups?
When creating my film, I drew inspiration from the 2007 thriller P2. This film is a perfect example of the horror thriller genre, utilizing mise-en-scene, sound, and editing to build tension and suspense. P2 takes place in a confined parking garage, with dim lighting, tight spaces, and an overwhelming sense of isolation that heightens the fear. The sound design is filled with echoing footsteps, distant noises, and sudden bursts of music that amplify the tension. The editing is sharp and fast-paced during action scenes, but slower and more drawn out in moments of suspense, keeping the audience on edge. I incorporated many of these elements into my own film. My setting, though different, still conveys a sense of entrapment, an isolated office at night, empty except for the protagonist. The low lighting and shadows add to the eerie atmosphere, just as P2 uses darkness to instill fear. Sound played a crucial role as well. I relied on quiet moments mixed with sudden bursts of noise to create jump scares and maintain suspense. The editing follows a similar structure, with longer, drawn-out moments of tension broken by fast cuts during moments of action. However, I also made some choices that go against the conventions of my reference film. In P2, the protagonist is a helpless victim trying to escape, whereas my character is not just a victim, she is determined and proactive, adding layers to her personality. This slight shift challenges the traditional final girl trope often seen in horror thrillers. When it comes to social representation, my film does highlight gender dynamics. The protagonist, a young woman, is placed in a dangerous situation, a common theme in horror. However, rather than portraying her as a passive victim, I aim to subvert the stereotype by making her resourceful and strong-willed. This challenges the traditional portrayal of women in horror films, where they are often depicted as defenseless. Overall, my film embraces many genre conventions while also adding a fresh perspective, both in storytelling and representation.